Sometimes I feel like a superhero, even though I don't look like one. And that's because when I was a kid, I used to use my telekinesis to change people's minds. Now, I'm sure we all did something similar, but I used to focus with all of my energy on getting my mom to say yes to allowing me to have that cookie. And another, and another. And guess what? It worked. Now, as I got older, I began to use my senses and my telekinesis in sales to convince people over the phone or in person to buy into the solution that I believed would help them solve their problem. Now, am I actually a superhero? Do I go out at night in spandex and save people? Of course not. But I believe that we all have the ability to be superheroes. And what I mean is, whatever we focus on, whatever we put our energy into, things start to happen. There's a momentum that we can create by simply using our telekinesis and our focus and our energy to move things along.
Woo! Good morning, dreamers. Oh my goodness. Is it official? It is 1/1/2024. Happy New Year's. Sending love and blessings. Congratulations. This, I believe, is going to be one of the best years of our life. A year of truly 10xing mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, hitting all of the pillars running down the line. So honestly, I couldn't be more fired up. I've been itching these past couple of days to go ahead and run into this new year because we've been doing nothing but building momentum coming these past 2 weeks. I'm so proud of everybody. This is what it's about, and this is why we are honestly set up for absolute greatness. While many are starting January 1st, we've already been hitting the down running for the past month plus. So fam, I'm excited. I hope you guys had a great New Year's last evening, some fireworks, some time with the family. Hopefully you had a little bit of time to go ahead and get down the congratulations letter. Took a lot of time to go ahead and write mine last night. Congratulations for 2024. It is all written out. It is here, and I cannot wait to see all of this manifest. So today, let's go ahead and get into the topic. Let's kick off the first day of this 365-page book with a phenomenal lesson, and the lesson is going to be coming from the Golden Buddha. Maybe some of you know this story, maybe some of you don't, but this is a good one. I think this fits perfectly to go ahead and put the new year into perspective. So day one, or one day. Here we go. Let me get live on IG with the Golden Buddha, and we are getting into it. Golden Buddha story. Awesome. So fam, let's get some gratitude down below. How's everybody feeling coming into the Monday? So grateful to be alive. So thankful to be on here with each and every one of you. I'm so glad to be on this journey with everybody because I know at the end of the day, rising tides raises all ships. And as every one of us, we take the daily actions. I'm talking about hitting the gym, right? We're going on the 75 hard day challenge, a gallon of water every single day. You know, we've got our Kangen ready. I'm talking about reading 10 pages of a nonfiction book, getting a diet plan, getting these meals in order, right? Number 3, number 4, taking a progress pic every single day, right? All of these things are going to be crucial leading into 2024. So honestly, I love this 75 hard. This is going to be a great addition for a couple of challenges for the new year. Love it. Deanne in the building, royalty chick, it's good to see you. Absolutely. So grateful for the times, right? This is a time where many are looking for the access to the skill sets that we have. And all we have to do left now is really just run the play, hold the faith, trust the process, and the rest is ready to go ahead and unfold. So let's get into it for today. I love it. So I don't know how many of you guys have ever seen this book before. This is one of my favorite books of all time, Chicken Soup for the Soul. This is one of the most iconic books ever written by one of the greatest authors ever seen. If you don't know who this man is, we've got Mr. Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen, right? This is nothing but a whole bunch of stories and lessons that they've been able to extract from some of the greatest minds, some of the greatest stories, even from the Bible ever written. And all of it is jam-packed in this book. So I want to give today a preface with one of the stories in here, and it's called The Golden Buddha, right? Phenomenal story. And I think it fits perfectly for today. You ready? So let's go ahead and dive in. So he talks about the Golden Buddha right here, right? Back in the fall of 1988, way back over in Bangkok, right? So they have multiple Buddhist temples. They've got them all over. And at one particular Buddhist temple, there's an individual who went to go visit it, right? And as he goes to these different temples, he sees these amazing statues, these amazing figures that have been created out of different pieces of clay and molded. And he comes across one statue, and it ends up being a clay Buddha, right? So as he arrives over there, he actually gets there at a pretty crazy time. At that time, that specific temple was relocating this clay Buddha to another location nearby in town, right? So he's standing there, he's watching them go ahead and take the crane and lift this clay Buddha off the ground. Now, mind you, this thing is huge. This is a thick piece of clay. It talks about in the book, it's like 8 inches wide, 12 inches thick. So this thing is huge, right? You can envision how monstrous this thing is. So he's watching it, and they pick up a crane and they lift it up, and the thing is so heavy. The statue is so heavy that it starts to crack. So because it starts to crack, they said, well, put it down. We don't want to go ahead and break this thing before we even move it over to the next monastery. So they go ahead and they set it down. It's cracked a little bit. So before nightfall, they actually cover it with a tarp. They cover the whole thing. And this guy that ended up visiting, he was just curious. He wanted to go see what this thing looked like a little bit closer, right? So he gets his flashlight and he lifts up the tarp and he starts looking at this clay Buddha, and he can see that some parts of it are actually cracked. Some pieces of it have actually fell off. And he's looking around the tarp and he's looking at different pieces around it. And he finally gets to this one spot and he sees something shining. He lifts up the tarp and he sees something just glowing underneath. And he takes his flashlight, and then he takes a chisel. And he takes the chisel and he starts hitting the piece of clay. And the clay starts falling off. And the more he hits it, the shinier that it gets. And he's like, man, I got to be on something. What the heck is going on here? So he goes and he gets a hammer and he goes and gets a chisel and he starts chiseling at it. And eventually he lifts the tarp up. And as he's chiseling away, guess what's underneath the clay Buddha? Who can take a guess? Who has an idea what they think is underneath this entire clay Buddha? Any guesses? Any ideas? Underneath the clay Buddha, Mr. Nick, it's good to see you, King. Keisha, what's happening? So underneath the clay Buddha, guess what it was? It was a golden Buddha, right? And you know what's interesting? Inside of the book, they talked about this golden Buddha. Look at this. It was valued. Look how much it was valued at. It was valued at $196 million, this golden Buddha. This clay piece that everybody thought was, obviously it's important because it's a Buddha, but nothing ever compared to them actually realizing it was a multi-million dollar, almost $100 million piece of gold. So the moral of the story is this. He talks about as he's taking the flight back home, he says, imagine this. As we flew back home, I pictured and I thought to myself, we are all just like the clay Buddha, covered with a shell of hardness created out of fear, created out of doubt, created out of self-limiting beliefs. And sometimes all we need is a little chisel and a hammer to start chiseling away what's not truly us. How cool is this? And this gave me the visual of course, the Michelangelo, the famous statue, where the bottom half of it is a huge 400-pound person, and the top half is this shredded Greek god. And the picture is them just chiseling away all of the little pieces that don't belong. And I believe this is every single one of us. You see, 2023, we might have had some trials. We might have had some amazing things happen, a couple missteps, a couple slip-ups. And over that time, maybe some of us have just been covered with a little bit of clay. We've been sprinkled with a little bit of clay. And when we go look in the mirror, all we see is the clay. We don't see the shine. We don't see the brightness. We don't see the glow that used to be there. I believe for all of us, the shift is realizing that the gold is underneath the shell that for most of us has been put on from society, has been put on from the news, family, friends, whoever it may be. But I can promise you, I'm going right on this journey with all of you because I have a shell on right now too. I have beliefs, I have limits that I've been able to go ahead and just let become me until now, right? 2024. This is the time. This is the time to go ahead and draw the line in the sand, take the chisel, take the hammer, and we're going to go ahead and chisel everything away that's not us. So I want everybody to go ahead and drop a 5 down below if you're ready to go ahead and take this journey, because here's how we're going to start it out, right? You see, we're starting it out with what is called the 75 hard challenge. And it's exactly what it sounds like. That's the goal, to go ahead and take 75 days straight to grow in every aspect of our life. I'm talking about mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, in all different areas. But here's what I've realized. We win in life long before we win in business. So if we can go at run at the little things, it's not easy to take a progress picture every day. It's not easy to go and hit the gym twice or work out twice in a day. Drinking a gallon of water, that's probably not going to be easy. But I can tell you right now, nothing gets easier. We just get better. I'm going to be peeing like crazy today. I already know. It's been a while since I've drank a gallon today, but we are going on the challenge. And I know it's just like anything else. I've been slacking these past couple of days in the gym. I missed a couple of days coming towards the new year. So yeah, I'm going to be sore. Yeah, I'm going to be hurting, just like all of you getting back in there and just like the whole rest of the world. But here's another shift for you. My mentor talked about this. He said, what if we don't make a 2024 resolutions? What about if we make a 2024 revolution? Woo! I got chills saying that one. What if we make a 2024, not resolution? Because you know the thing about resolutions is we already know what tends to happen. Resolutions tend to fade. January 1st, everybody hits the gym. January 31st, everybody's already out. But a revolution, that's kind of what we're living in right now with the world. We're living in a technological revolution. We're living in an AI advanced revolution. What's happening right now, meaning we can grab hold of a wave that can take us places have never even imagined, have never even dreamed of. Getting into crypto, getting into e-commerce, 10xing our body, because in order to go ahead and operate at a high level, the body needs to be going and ready for that. And the way we do that is by taking care of our temple, by taking care of our statue. See, we only get one. We only get one statue in this life, one temple to truly take care of. So let's go ahead and make the most of it. Let's feed it high alkaline food. Let's feed it high vibrational energy. Let's give it love. Let's feed it passion. Let's feed it gratitude. Let's feed it with service. Fran in the building. It's good to see you. Shout out to Fran. Actually, Fran, drop down below what you manifested, what you told me right before the new year. Something you've been dreaming about, something you were so excited about, just manifested her own spot for the horses. And this is a perfect example of doing the deep work, diving in, writing down these goals and visions, and just backing it up with faith, backing it up with effort, and then letting the world, letting God, whoever you believe in, do his thing. Let go and let God, right? There's only so much that we can control. I had to learn that. That was one of my biggest lessons for 2023. We can only control so much. I can't control my grandfather's health. I can't control my mom's addiction to drinking. I couldn't do anything with that. At the end of the day, it comes down to their decisions and his will. I'm so used to grinding my way out of things, but in 2024, it's bigger than just, I don't even want to use the word grind. Grinding is like getting grinded down by a pencil. Nobody wants to be dull. So in 2024, I don't want to grind, okay? The goal is to hustle, yes, work smarter, and not just harder, yes, but before anything from my 2024 congratulations letter, here's the top 2 things on my list. You ready? To take care of this statue. What's going on, Queen? Happy New Year. Here's the top 2 things on my congratulations letter. You ready? Right here. So if you see it, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy and grateful to be healthy and for the peace of mind. Once again, creating my connection with my creator, family healthy and thriving. I don't care about anything else right after that. First, we need to have peace of mind. First, we need to be healthy. Doesn't matter. People can have all the wealth in the world, but if we can't spend it, if we can't do anything with it, none of that matters. So let's take care of this temple. Let's get in the state. Let's get in the feeling of assuming these goals are already done. Drop some 2024 goals down for me and let me know some things that you guys are excited about, something you guys are really fired up, just thinking and envisioning and embodying as if it's already done. Because this is where the secret happens. First in the mind, second on paper, third out in reality. Look at that. Fran just got her own facility with all things you want on the property, 2 arenas, great people to work with, exactly, kept writing it, thinking and speaking it over and over again. Truck and a trailer, it's already done. How does it feel sitting inside right now? And you can go walk out and you can see your truck and your trailer sitting there. Believe it. Feel it. I promise you right now, this is a year we can go and 10x anything that we've ever done in the past 10 years. I promise you that. I've seen it. I felt it. I've experienced it. And I know it's available for every single one of us. So I'm fired up. I'm excited. I've seen so many quantum leaps over the past 5 years, even in the past month. If I were to show you guys some of my mentor students, Sean Murphy, it's literally one after the next. Inside of IM, it's one after the next. Inside of the entire world with millionaires breaking out, it's one after the next. So I can tell you, fam, there's no short of abundance. The only shortage for any of us, it ends up coming down to right here. The moment that we can dream much bigger, much sooner, and believe it is the moment that the floodgates open up. So family, I'm excited. Ready to start getting with investments? Absolutely. Let's chop it up after we get on this call, for sure. We got some big investments to make for the year. So dreamers, I love you guys. I'm proud of you. If nobody told you today, let me be the first to tell you for January 1st, 2024. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. 2023, I've been able to see so many of you grow in all different aspects. And I've seen the trials. I've seen the crying phone calls. I've seen the tears. I know what a lot of you have been through, and I'm right there with you. But the beauty of I believe is kind of like soldiers going out to war. They experience a lot together. They experience a lot of emotions together. But there's very few things that feel better than going through the night, the sleet, the snow, and the cold, in the rain, singing songs together. And then we get to go out and all sing in the sunshine and enjoy that feeling. That's what makes it worth it. So I know we would never be able to enjoy the sun if we didn't have the rain. That's the laws of life, law of polarity. We need both sides to be able to feel each one, to be able to even appreciate the good. We couldn't appreciate the good if we didn't experience hell in a handbasket. I had to experience living out of my car. I had to experience having $7 in my account. I had to experience maybe certain things, but it allowed me to give me a shift to appreciate even the little things. I promise you, I'm grateful to be able to take a sip. I promise you, I'm grateful to be able to move my arms, because there was a time I broke my collarbone. Didn't know if my whole right side was going to be paralyzed. So it comes down to state, comes down to love, comes down to nothing but gratitude most time, and knowing that these goals are already done. So fam, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Have a phenomenal day. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. 2024, this is the year of our lives. Dream team, let's get to work. 75 starts today. Let's go.